Hello and welcome to this NUM sensory service video from the hearing support team, and this video is about the Roger Touch additional listening device that we may have issued to one of your learners or your child may have. Now I'm going to give you some information about how to use it, its functionality, and also some basic troubleshooting in regards to this device. So as you can see, there are very few buttons on this device. We have one on the side, and this one is the on-off button. So we're going to press that first. We're going to hold it down so that we can start up the device. So as you can see, we've also got lights that indicate it's starting, and the screen display comes on. Now, in order to wear it, we do need to have some sort of clip attachment to the back, and this is going to be clipped in through this hole here. And you can either might have been issued a plastic clip which is easily wipeable and cleaned between users, and this is just basically clipping into these two holes here at the top. So these two holes, we're going to clip it on and we're going to push it down, and you'll hear the click, or you'll feel that it's clipped on, and it's quite sturdy. And this can be clipped onto a shirt or onto a pocket or onto a lanyard if you're wearing a staff lanyard as well. Now, you might not want a clip, you might prefer to have a lanyard, so I'm going to show you how to use that one as well. To remove, you do need to press the grey button. It has a small arrow on it, so we're going to press that and push up at the same time. So it is a little bit tricky with the clip, so you might have to give it a couple of tries and then take it off. And I'm going to show you a lanyard. So the lanyard also has the same clips, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to attach it to this via the clips, so we're going to push them into the slots until you hear the click, or it feels very secure. And again, to remove, you're going to press that and push up. Now, I'm not going to remove it because I'm going to show you where you need to wear it. So we're going to put the lanyard on over your head. Now, what we're going to do to measure where we need to wear it is we're going to put our thumb on our bottom lip, and where our little finger lands when we do this hand shape is where the microphone should be. So you can see it's a little bit too short, so I'm going to make it a bit higher, so a little bit more. That is perfect. So we have 3 actual microphones on this device. I'm going to show you close up in a second so you can see where they are. So on this device we have 3 microphones here, here and here. And so we want those to be facing outwards, so the screen has to be facing outwards when we're wearing it. And this is a really useful feature, which I'm going to explain a bit later about why it's really useful. So first of all, I'm going to talk about how, other than where we wear it, how else do we need to set it up. So I'm going to put this down for a second. The learner will have their hearing aid or other device that they might be using, that they're using this Roger Touch with. So I'm going to show you with a hearing aid because that's what I have on me today to help demonstrate. The hearing aid will then also have a shoe. This may already be like built in with the hearing aid as part of the battery compartment, but you'll know that because you will see that there are small holes at the bottom already on the hearing aid, 3 small circular holes. Now if it hasn't got that, it means that you need to add the shoe, the audio shoe. So this will be attached to the bottom of the hearing aid, and it will look a little bit like that when it's attached. And then you'll have this, which is called a receiver. Now, this receiver has 3 prongs that go into those holes, but there are different sizes, so you do need to be aware that the sizes of the holes are slightly different. So there's one that's a bit shorter and has a greater width than the others, so we need to make sure that one goes into the larger hole. And we would push it on and hear a clip. Now the audio shoe can also, as I said, either be a battery compartment, so it's already attached, or it needs to slide on. And again, you need to make sure it's flush with the hearing aid and that you hear that it clips, or feel that it's level and in line with the rest of the hearing aid when it clips on. So we're going to talk a bit more about why that is really important towards the end. So once we've got all of this attached and it's back on the ear of the learner, we are going to reactivate our screen. So you can do that by pressing the mute button on off, or you can just touch the on off button at the side to reactivate the screen because it does like to go into sleep mode. And then when the hearing aid is on, you need to have so imagine this is on an ear. You need to have this Roger touch really near the device, within a few centimetres. And you can get the learner, or you can do it to start with until they're confident to do so, to touch this on-screen connect icon. So we're going to touch it, and then when it's connected, it will say Roger connected. Now you can see it doesn't say that now because it's not actually set up with the hearing aid properly, but when you're doing it with your learner, it will say Roger connected. And this needs to be done for both sides. If they have 2 hearing aids or 2 devices, it needs to be done for both sides. Now, I'm going to talk a bit more about the functionality of this. What does it actually do and why are we issuing it? So, when you're wearing it as a teacher, it automatically knows that it's listening to one person's voice. And those 3 microphones pick up your voice and transmit it directly to that receiver on the bottom of the hearing aid. So it means that the sound received by the student is very clear. It's at the same volume as you're speaking. It hasn't travelled through the air to reach their hearing aid and therefore been distorted or reduced in volume. And therefore it makes it much easier for that learner to hear what you're saying. It also has a really good functionality in that it reduces background noise by about 50%. So again, that can make it much easier for the learner to hear what you're saying. Now, we talked about the fact that there are 3 microphones on this device. If we place it flat on the table, the device automatically knows that it is in a flat position. And you might see, if I do it quickly, that there are 3 small people indicated on the screen. And that means it knows that it's in multi-person mode, in conference mode. And what it will do is when they're doing group discussion, it will pick up the voices of the people around that table where it's been placed. So it really helps in group discussions to cut down that background noise, which will increase because there'll be lots of learners speaking at the same time, and also just aid in understanding what's happening in the group. So it has that dual functionality in there. It's for a one-to-one mic, but also for group use. Now, we're going to talk about a few of the things that can happen that might mean that it's not connecting, or you're finding some issues with connecting it. So, first of all, we talked about when you have the audio shoe and it's one that you have to attach, that it needs to clip on and it needs to be flush with the hearing aid. That means it needs to be level and you need to actually feel it really clip on. That sometimes doesn't happen quite as it should. There might just be a millimetre or so in it, and because it hasn't done that connection, it's not going to connect with the Roger Touch. So what you could do is take it off again and reattach it and make sure it does connect. So that's the first level of troubleshooting, and then try again. You could also check that the battery is actually working on the hearing aid. So the student might have their own, or you might have some in a drawer in the school that the parents might have sent in. They can be different colours and different sizes, but you'll have some form of battery, hopefully. And you might need to change the battery. Now, to change the battery, when we remove it from the pack, we must take the sticker off and leave it for a minute in the air before we re-put it into the hearing aid. So you can get the student to count to 60, make it a task, or just do something else while they're waiting that 1 minute, and then put the new battery into the hearing aid, and then try the whole process again. Hopefully, one of these 2 troubleshooting ideas will get it to reconnect. If you still experience problems with it connecting, then please do contact the Newham Sensory Service and the teacher of the deaf that is working with that learner, and I'm sure they will organise for either themselves or our technician to come in and support with looking at further troubleshooting ideas around that equipment. So let's talk about a few of the accessories that you get in the box now. So this is an audio lead. This audio lead can be connected to a laptop or a tablet, and it can be connected to the Roger Touch. So we connect it, and then basically what happens is the sound from that laptop will go automatically to that learner's hearing aids. So they don't need a headset, a device. The sound won't come out of the speakers of the laptop or the tablet. They can hear it directly, which is wonderful, and it means that they're getting much better quality of sound. So that's the first thing that will be in the box. The next thing would be a charger. So it's going to come in 2 parts, so you do have to build it. If you're not that great at things like this like me, it might take you a couple of attempts, but basically it clips on. See, there we go. So it clips on, and then we have the lead. So we're going to put the USB end into the cable, and then this end goes into the device. Let me show you where that goes. So the device has this helpful green outline at the bottom, so you can find it much easier, and we push that in there. This could be something that the student takes responsibility for depending on their age, but please do check that it is charged daily at the end of each school day, because it won't last for 2 days in full use.